Hello everyone, back with another video, and today we have a bit of a different one. We're going to be looking at some stuff I got from a consignment store. It's Thomas Wooden Railway related, but it's interesting what's in the bag, and we'll get to that in a second. First I want to talk about the other Thomas Wooden stuff that was at the store that I actually didn't purchase, but they did have a large selection of wooden railway products, which I would imagine were purchased from stores that were putting wooden stuff on clearance, and then they decide to resell it. I didn't buy anything. It was mostly Mattel products. I didn't buy anything. It was all regular price. It was the dollar. They were like 14 $13 each, which was decent, but I decided not to pick anything up. There was nothing that really perked my interest. They did have a learning curve Day of the Diesel's packaging of, I believe it was Dart, but I did not want to pick that up because that is pretty common, and I don't really have any interest in Dart particularly. Um, they also had a Brio locomotive from, I'm not sure the exact year, but I'm pretty sure it was like a very older model. I have a picture of the date, but it was a battery powered one. That was one I was actually tempted to purchase. It was $6, but I decided not to. I'm not a huge Brio guy. I'm not sure if it does turn out that it's rare. I might pick it up and maybe just keep it for investment purposes. But for now, that's it. And yeah, they also had in the bags of I got a bag. They had Thomas Wooden Railway items bagged. Um, Notably, there was nothing that rare. They did have one of the candy cars, which was interesting, and some troublesome trucks, but weren't in that great condition. Um, they also had Molly, which was one of the few learning curve items. Well, besides the one in the bag that I purchased. They also had, I'm assuming, track from the person's collection that I guess was brought there, but they were selling that separately, and it was a huge bag. I didn't even bother to check the price because it's like, I don't need that much track. I have enough. But yeah, besides that, they didn't really have anything else. Um, but let's take a look at the stuff I got. There's two mildly rare items in the bag, but I'm not sure if I mentioned that. This was the cheapest one. The other bags were around same sort of price, $19, but this one was interesting. Luckily, I was able to get them to change it. There was this price originally at the front that says $19, but they actually scanned this one by mistake, which I was assuming was the original price on it. But here's the bag. You can sort of see what's inside already, and I just gave it away. But let's take a look at the least interesting to the most interesting. Yeah, so this was technically a single wooden railway model, new in box. What they were selling it for was, I think $14. So this is $16. So for $2 more for slightly used, we get basically 4 extra models. So let's take a look at each individually. And first thing we have is this thing. This is a Melissa and Doug locomotive. Diesel. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know too much about Melissa and Doug, but it's decent condition, and I guess, yeah. Is this based off a real-life locomotive? Probably not, but it's pretty good detail, and I guess if you slapped a face on the front, you can make your own OC there. But there is the Melissa and Doug. It has those cheapo train wheels that you see on Brio and like those knockoff sets that you see at like drugstores and stuff, or convenience store. Well, not convenience stores, but there's the locomotive, and yeah, that's that. I'm not sure how this came. I don't know if there's any hardcore Melissa and Doug collectors. Hopefully not. But yeah, there's the train. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, so we'll just push it over to the side here. Um, Next thing we got is another Melissa and Doug toy. I guess it goes with that one there. It looks to be a cargo car, and I guess if it goes over a specific piece of track, the load changes. And there's that. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like diamonds or something. I'm not sure. yeah, it looks like a minecart from what I can see. This one actually might work well with Wooden Railway. I recently saw a video by a YouTube user called the Toad Train, which shows how to convert your sort of these weird models to Wooden Railway. So yeah, I might do that if I can find a way, because I don't want to really get rid of this feature because that'd be a pain in the ass to get rid of. But yeah, that's the Melissa and Doug minecart. So we've gotten through two. Now we're getting into the actual railway stuff. So first thing we have here is Talking Railway Series James. I do have a Talking Railway Series Edward, but I do not have James. His tender is not in the bag. So I did see his tender in another bag, and I thought, maybe I can get the tender separate. But I decided it's not too much. It's going to be too much trouble for something that is going to just sit on a shelf. Yeah, that's Talking Railway Series James. I don't have any destinations to use with these, and quite frankly, I don't really need any, because I can just because these don't really have any talking features. Like, the engines don't talk, it's just Sir Topham Hatt through the destination addressing the engine. So there is James, and we're going to put him to the side, and we're going to go to there's two more items, and they're actually pretty cool, and I'm happy that I actually got them at the price, because individually the one that I'm about to show you usually goes for the price of the bag. But here is Skarloey. This is the Mattel re-release, from the original line, from when they originally purchased the Thomas & Friends brand, from their first wave of the Fisher-Price Wooden Railway. This was the Skarloey that was released. I'm pretty happy to have this. It's actually fantastic detail. It's a actual, believe it or not, I would say it's an actual good upgrade from the original Wooden Railway Skarloey, which I own. So yeah, I'm happy to have it. The face is fantastic. I will say that. The face is phenomenal. And the paint actually looks good. This is actually, I would say, one of the best, I'd say, upgrades from a learning curve to Mattel. So yeah, this is pretty good. For the dates on the wheels, I didn't bother checking James, because he would probably just have them say 2003. I'm not sure if I can get that to show, but it does say 2012, so there is a 2012 Skarloey, and there's some codes. I guess hopefully he's not recalled, just putting it out there. But here is the final Thomas Wooden Railway item that I have, and it is 2015, I believe, 70th anniversary Thomas. So this is a pretty cool model. It has the gold trim that you would see on that was on the special Thomas that you would get in a 2-pack. So in the other engine you would get this Thomas, and then you would get this bulky Reverend W. Audrey Thomas, which was one of the first Thomas models created ever. And I guess I couldn't find the other one in the store, so I guess this is all that's there. So there it is, Thomas 2015. There's some codes. This was weird seeing the XX mark. I just want to check Skarloey's. I have never seen any that ends with XX. That seems very odd to me, but there's the model number, I guess, and his wheels say 2012, which is weird because the body literally says, I'll try to get that to focus. It literally says 2015 there, and then it says 2012. I think these are those new hollow wheels that they were talking about, but yeah, they feel very odd. But yeah, there is Thomas, and he looks absolutely fantastic. He has a bit of sort of metallic trim to him, but yeah, that is it. Those are the Thomas Wooden Railway items for $16. I'd say that was a pretty good deal. I've wanted to get two of these for a little bit, and I'm happy I was able to find them for such a good price. So there's the Wooden Railway models. I'm not going to bother looking at the Melissa and Doug stuff, because I'm probably not going to do anything with that. Maybe with the minecart sort of thing here, but those are probably either getting donated to a thrift store or given to a child. But yeah, those are the Thomas Wooden Railway items that I got in this little unboxing thing. Not the best price, I will say, but I am happy to have purchased them, and especially happy. I didn't think I would actually like this Thomas, just because of how weird the paint looks. But I'm happy to have him. But yeah, there is, yeah, those new Thomas Win Railway items. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thomas Ultimate 1213 signing off and saying bye for now.